What is that? Is that bullshit again?
I don't know what that is.
I think it's bullshit again. That's fine, I think. I mean, you can go check if you want.
Hello? Guess not. Testing.
Test.
Roll Tide. We're back here with BS Sports Talk here, Brannon and Stephen. We're going to get into a little college football week 1 here. We've got a couple big games. We like the new format of the 12-team playoff. We get some better games here week 1, so we're going to get right into it. We're going to talk we'll talk Texas, Ohio State. We'll talk LSU, Clemson a little bit, and I got 3 best bets that you need to get in for this weekend, and we'll go from there.
First game, let's go to, like you said, Ohio State and Texas. Game day is going to be here. Huge game.
Not bad. 1 versus 3.
Yeah.
You can only get 1 versus 2. Is the only way you can get a little higher than that, right?
So what is this? Rematch of the 2025 Cotton Bowl semifinal for last year, correct?
Yep, that's right.
So I'll let Brandon kick us off. He's going to be your college guy. So let's roll, Brandon.
So right now we've got Ohio State is a 2-point favorite, or is it at the 4? I think they're a 2-point favorite right now.
I would check the live line. I believe it is 2.
I'm thinking of the LSU game. But anyways, so I love what Texas is doing. I love me some Steve Sarkisian, obviously being one of the Nick Saban disciples. I like that he's the guy at Texas. I don't love Texas because I think they're a little cocky joining the SEC. But hey, they put their money where their mouth is last year. I mean, they rolled Bama in Tuscaloosa the year before they went to the SEC. Give Sark props there. I do like them overall, but I think I like this Ohio State team a little bit better. I think Jeremiah Smith is an animal. Julian Sayin won the starting job, and I guess this is why I'm a little partial to them, but obviously being an Alabama commit, and then Nick Saban decided to hang it up. He flipped over there, so I just think you worry a little bit about a Super Bowl hangover, but I think Texas has a lot of new parts as well, and Archie is going to be fine, but I think Archie playing in Columbus is going to be a little bit rough. It's going to be a little bit of a rough start, I think. So maybe like a first half, if you want to bet this. I've got no bets in this game, just to be clear. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy some good college football. But
you're putting a bet in.
Yeah, probably. But if I do, now that I'm talking myself into this, I kind of like Ohio State in the first half. Just probably a little bit chaotic, just trying to settle the nerves down. They're going to be hyped from coming off their natty that they've had, or first natty they've had in a long time. So
the live line is currently -2.5. Ohio State's favorites. So you were saying that you possibly like Ohio State full game. The first half line, probably pick 'em. Can't find it, but probably a pick 'em if I had to guess.
Yeah, that line sounds about right too. Because if you put that in a neutral site, that means Texas is probably a 1-point favorite, 1.5 potentially.
Yeah, I'd probably call it neutral site. It's probably a pick 'em.
And I think most people probably agree that Texas has a better overall roster, but
yeah,
just feels like the magic is in Columbus right now.
Yeah, everyone loves a good over bet. You like the over of 47.5 in this game, or are you thinking that they're going to start a little slow, a little sluggish, being the first game of the year?
I worry a little bit the first game of the year of that one going over. You'd like to think with a 1 versus 3 in Ohio State. So let's think about it. Your first games of the year, usually your defense is the ones that are kind of locked in, right? The offense is the one that got to find a rhythm and find schemes and everything. Defense, when you got 5 stars just riddled all over the field, I mean, the defenses are going to shine while the offense is trying to find the rhythm. Arch isn't a new quarterback, but he's the new starter. Obviously, Quinn Ewers is really the guy. You got Julian saying like we talked, so I would definitely lean the under.
Under 47.5. Not a hard pick, but a lean, I guess call it. If you had to go one way or the other, nobody loves taking an under, but a 1 versus 3 matchup, I think for the first game of the year, all eyes on this game. I think the under's probably the play. I don't know who wins the game. If I had to pick, probably just Ohio State, just because of the just being at home. But yeah, I would go Ohio State, probably on the money line. they could easily win this game by like one field goal, and the game wins it. But probably the under is the best play, or your first half play. The first half play might be a better look. Texas might come in a little shaky. Arch might have some shaky hands up front. Make some mistakes early on. Never has really been the guy at Texas, like you were saying, Urs. So yeah. All right. So Ohio State, Texas is done. Let's talk about Clemson, LSU. Brandon, what are you liking in this matchup?
Yep. So I got a best bet on this one, so I won't touch on that just yet. But I like what Dabo's doing. I think Cade Klubnik is legit. They're going to be at home under the lights in Death Valley. Now, not to be confused with LSU's Death Valley. This is South Carolina's Death Valley. So that first nationally broadcast game of the year, I'm gonna lay the 4 points with Clemson, which I believe is the line right now still.
I will look up that live line.
I would take it up to 6, to be honest with you. I just think Cade and them are going to dice up LSU's defense there. I think Nussmeier and crew will keep it close. But yeah, my lean right now is definitely the Clemson. I think they're going to ball out this year. They're not going to have a great defense either, which is going to lead into my. I like what Clemson's doing right now.
Yes, the live line is 3.5 currently.
Ooh, down to 3.5. Up on that actually.
So money line, you can get LSU plus 150 to win the game. I know Brandon doesn't like that, but so you're laying 3.5 with Clemson at home. Another big game to start the season, 4 versus 9. LSU has some hype behind him this year. So does Clemson. You're talking about Klubnik, Heisman finalist, or could be potential Heisman finalist.
Yep.
This year. And there also could be another Heisman finalist on the other side. So 2 potential Heisman finalists in this game for week 1. We have some pretty good week 1 matchups. We are very blessed.
Yep.
So it's good to have college football back. I don't really have anything to say, anything else about this game. So we'll get into Brandon's best pick later, which is in that game. But we'll move on to our last, just kind of, or no, is that only those 2? Or you want to talk about one?
I think we're going to go ahead and talk Alabama for a minute.
Okay.
Roll
All
Tide.
Right. So we got an Alabama Crimson Tide. Crimson? What did I just say?
Don't put disrespect on the Crimson
Brandon,
Tide.
go ahead.
So Alabama is now a 13.5-point favorite in the Seminole land here in Florida State. So what I love about this is you're getting this number under 2 touchdowns now. This line opened, I believe, around 18, 19.5 once the line started coming out here in the summertime in July. And I get it. I don't know if I actually get why it was that high, but I don't get why it got bet down to 13.5. I'll tell you that. I think Florida State's going to struggle to move the ball. I think as an Alabama fan, what most of us are thinking, right? Ty Simpson got named starter. How short's his leash going to be? I personally think Ty's going to be fine. I think he's going to be kind of Mac Jones-esque, where he sat there for 3 years behind all these studs. Now, Jalen Milroe I still think he's a stud, but that's who he got to sit behind. Oh yeah, Millie Rock. But I think Ty's going to be just fine. So I think if you're worried about offense at all, and you're worried about J.M. Miller going down, I think it was a clavicle or a shoulder or something.
He was hurt. I was going to ask you if there's been any updates or anything there.
No, I think they hope 6 to 8 weeks there. But anyways,
6 to 8 weeks. Wow.
I think that Alabama defense is just riddled with returning 5 stars all over the secondary. You got, is it Thomas Castellanos, the quarterback for Florida State now? I think he just transferred in. He is just talking mad shit on the Tide, saying how there ain't nothing now without Saban. They're kind of poked the bear, is what I think. I haven't seen any lines on it yet, but I would love to take him some interceptions. I'm sure one will probably be juiced to 180, maybe 200, maybe 2's worth of look, because especially they're going to be trailing in that game and they're going to be throwing balls up. I mean, I think those guys are just going to just pick him apart. I think the D-line's going to get after him.
Where did he play?
Castellanos was, I don't know. I know I bet on him a couple times.
I was just wondering about, do you know what conference it was in?
No, it was
not the SEC, right?
No. It was some small school. It was some smaller kind of school. So I just think that's not I get the cockiness. I don't know if he's trying to go the Diego Pavia route and just kind of like back it up. And maybe he will.
Dog.
maybe he'll prove us wrong. But at 13.5, I can see this game getting out of hand pretty quick. I can see Bama easily getting in the 30s and 40s, and Florida State struggle to score, put the ball in the end zone twice. So I like the 13.5 number there.
Yeah, the only thing I'll riddle off here is, I mean, obviously Alabama's Alabama. Florida State last year was a huge disappointment. What did they start the season as? Like top 10 ranked?
Oh yeah, they dropped that first game
And
against Notre Dame.
yeah, so, and yeah, they won maybe, I don't even know, 4 games last year, if that. Oh, yeah, that very well could be. Yeah. So, I mean, they they were probably one of the worst ranked teams to finish a year that was ranked preseason. Um, Now I don't know who all returned to their team. Obviously, you're saying they got a new quarterback on their squad coming from a lower conference school. So I mean, he's going to see SEC boys. Different ball game. Different ball game. I think 13.5 is a bit low. I don't know why that number dropped if you were saying it was 18.5, but 13.5, 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
I know it's Florida State. I know they're ACC, right?
Yes.
ACC. I know
correct.
they're a big ACC school. But I mean, man, it's just
Yeah,
just
I
tough.
think if
And
anything, too worries you
maybe
about.
it's the new offense for the Tide. Maybe it's the
Could be, but
Jim Miller going down, and then you got the new
yeah,
quarterback coming in. Well, actually, he's been there, but
right.
starting.
He's been there, but you've
So
also got the return of Ryan Williams. I mean, I don't know if you've seen him posting his TikToks and painting his nails lately, but he looks like a different animal. I mean, he looks like he's put on 20, 30 pounds. So you got him coming back. You got Jeremy Bernard coming back for another year, coming from Washington with Kalen last year. I think they're going to be a pretty underrated wide receiver unit this year. So at least you got some experience there, and you've got Ty, who's going to be looking to throw the ball first, unlike what we've been running the last 2 years, right? Where you're kind of molding around Jalen Milroe. So you got Ryan Grubb coming in as OC with Kalen DeBoer, what they were at Washington, the Michael Penix days when they had McMillan over there and Jalen Polk, and there's another one I can't remember, but I think you're going to see a little more of an air raid offense. I think you're going to be a little more of a circa 2020 Bama with Mac Jones and Devontae Smith, and John Mechie was on that team too, I believe. So I think they're going to be just fine. I think it's going to be a breath of fresh air for a lot of Alabama people from what the past 2 years have been with the heart attacks we've had from Jalen Milroe. As much as I think he's a stud, and I think he's going to do well in Seattle too. But yep.
all right. So I'm just gonna throw this out to you, put you on the spot.
Uh-oh.
Bama guy. If you had to give me one pick in the game, you got the team total at 31.5. You got the line at minus 13.5. You got the over at 50.5. Do you like any of those? Do you like a prop play better?
So I would,
if you had to give the people one bet for your Crimson Tide, who you got or what you got?
I think I would look at Florida State's under.
Okay.
You
Their
see
team
that?
total is 17.5.
17.5. Yeah, I kind of like that. I don't mind the game total under because I think if you're going to talk new offense, new quarterback, kind of how we said with the previous game, I think maybe Alabama struggles to score just a little bit. Maybe that 31 might be a bit too much,
Trying to
but
find their way.
if it's one of those grinded out games and you're going to start running the hell out of the ball and not moving the chains, I don't think Florida State's puts the ball in the end zone more than once.
So Florida State is 17.5 team total. It is juiced to the under at minus 125, but that's not too much juice. That's okay.
50.5 was the total.
50.5 was the total. It is juiced to 115 to the under.
I don't think I've ever taken an Alabama team total under, so I'm not going to start now.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest that.
So I think I like Florida State under, and I would like to see if there's a prop on interceptions on Castellanos because I think they're going to get after him.
Okay, so you hear that first. Interception prop, if you can find it on your book, and a little Florida State under.
Florida State under.
Florida State
Let's do
under
it.
team total.
Roll Tide.
Two big matchups for week 1 of college football. Obviously, Brandon will do his Alabama talk weekly. Give the people what they want. Make them sweating a little bit. Maybe they'll lose 3 games in a row, and he'll be on here crying. Who knows?
We will not be rooting for the Tennessee Volunteers if that happens. I'll tell you that.
I will say, Stamp, I am a Tennessee Volunteer fan. Kind of. I root for them. lived in Tennessee.
We like the third Saturday in October around here.
Don't know much about them, but it's okay.
You know what we're gonna have to do for the segment that week? We're gonna have to bring the cigars in.
The cigars in the studio.
Yep, that's if our owner will let them let us smoke in here. We'll see.
We'll see. All right. Brandon, let's get into your what do you want to call it? Brandon's Fab 3, Brandon's best 3.
We'll come up with a good name.
Put some suggestions downstairs in the comments. How about a name for Brandon's? He's going to do a best 3 college football pick every week, 3 of his best. So give us some ideas.
Yeah.
But we'll call it right now just Brandon's fave 3.
Oh, that's ugly.
What a name.
We're gonna pick something else. Then don't worry about that.
All right.
So I fully expect to hit about 70% this year, and if that's the case, I'm gonna start selling these picks. They're not gonna be free. I think by the math, the way the -110 lines work, you got to win it at 54% rate to be profitable. Is how that works. It's how the casino has the green slot in the roulette wheel. So, anyways, so let's get into it. So my first best bet of week 1 college football, and I love this one. This might be my favorite on the board. I'm gonna go with the late night game on Friday night. So 9:30, you and your buddies got off work, got off the golf course. You're, I don't know how many beers deep at this point. You're going to turn on San Diego State, and you're going to watch them obliterate Central Michigan Chippewas. So my pick here is San Jose State Spartans team total over 30.5. I locked this in yesterday at 30.5. It was juiced to -120. It may move up a point or so, but I would get it in ASAP. So San Jose State, when they're playing at home, they are averaging 33 points a game. They're returning Nick Nash, one of the best receivers, I think, going to be in college football this year. Kind of going to feel like Ted McMillan a bit, right? He's out in the Pac-12, gets a lot of late night games. I don't know if San Jose State's going to get a lot of late night games, but Nick Nash is one of those guys too that every time you go to bet his prop or see what's going on because it's the 9:30 game and you're already up a few units, he's in 100, 110, 101. It's always triple digits his line. So you've got him coming back. And you've got Walker Eget coming back. He had a solid year last year. They're in the they're in the Mountain West. Oh, we hate the Mountain West. We hate the Mountain West. If you guys want to change your logo, reach out to us. We will make you a new logo because that thing is hideous.
It is very.
Anyways, so on top of why I like San Jose State for that team total over, Central Michigan is also a big part of the play here. So last year on the road, they were giving up 31 points a game, I believe it was. They were allowing 250 passing yards a game. They were ranked 104th, 108th in just total passing offense against, and that's what San Jose State loves to do. They're gonna air the ball out. They got a couple new receivers too, so they're gonna try to find some guys to work along with Nick Nash there. So I don't see any way that San Jose State isn't putting up 7 touchdowns in this game. So lock in San Jose State over 30.5 team total.
Team total over 30.5. San Jose State for pick 1. Brandon, give us pick 2.
Pick 2, we're going to go back to Clemson LSU. I think I hinted at this a little bit, but we're going to go over 57.5. That is the line that I've locked in already. Kind of talked in this, right? You got 2 Heisman favorites in this game. You've got Cade Klubnik and you've got Garrett Nussmeier. I think these teams are notorious for having terrible defenses over the past, 5 to 10 years, especially for LSU, the Brian Kelly era. He's on the hot seat this year. I think if you put a couple guys in the hot seat in the SEC, he's at the top of the list with your Hugh Freeze at Auburn. And I think the defense is a big problem. Why? Because these guys are turning out studs in the NFL when it comes to wide receivers. Running back room hasn't been great, but the QB room has been awesome. I mean, Nussmeier is going to throw for 4,500 yards this year easily, I think. So first game of the year, you worry a little bit about the offense is trying to sink, but LSU doesn't return much on defense. They've got a whole new D line, so I don't think anything's going to mesh there. I think Clemson's going to score at will. I see them put up in the 40s easily, and I don't see in the very first big game of the year under the lights, 6:30 at night, prime time. I don't see LSU not putting up 35 plus as well. So 57.5. I thought this line would be like 60 to 62 ish. So when I saw 57.5, it was a no brainer for me.
Yep, 57.5. Over in one of the biggest games of week 1 for college football.
A lot of people betting it, right?
we were saying it before. A lot of people, I think it's at 6 or 7. So you're betting college football all day long. You come to this game at night. You're taking the over. This number is going to get bet up. So get it in. And yeah, I think you hit on it. I mean, the two offenses that are returning. I mean, obviously their main guy, their quarterback. They're going to show out. 2 Heisman finalists. They want to show out. Probably the biggest game for non-conference. One of the biggest games for non-conference for these 2 schools, just simply because they lose this game, they're already behind the 8 ball. So these offenses have to show up. Their Heisman quarterbacks have to show up. And they're just going to ball out. Maybe the first half starts slow. You could easily see 14-14 or that's kind of high. 7-7, 10-7 in the first half. Yep. Second half breaks out and they score 28 apiece. Yep. So I think it's a great pick.
Agreed.
Let's move on to pick number 3. Give it to the people, Brandon.
So pick number 3 here. I just realized I got a Friday, Saturday, Sunday bet. So Sunday at the Mercedes-Benz Dome, we're going to go to the SEC here, and we're going to watch South Carolina go Cox roll all up and down Virginia Tech. So right now this line's at 8, but this is the Lenore Sellers show. He's, I believe, one of the top Heisman finalists here. Man, I think playing the Mercedes-Benz Dome on a Sunday, he's going to be flying up and down the field. I mean, he's going to probably put up 400 total yards of offense himself. And then a part of this too is Virginia Tech. I mean, nobody knows what the hell Virginia Tech's going to be this year. So interesting enough, when I was looking it up, they had 30 transfer portal players leave this year, and they have a 19-person freshman class coming in this year. New offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. So if you talk about not meshing, and you're going to go up against a team that's, quite frankly, picked to be a playoff team coming out of the SEC in South Carolina, it's just not going to go well for them. Kyle Kennard and that defensive line, too, for South Carolina, they just wreak havoc. They averaged 3 sacks a game almost last year. That was the game, too, that kind of put Lenore and them on the map, because they should have beat Alabama in that game. They were getting after Kennard, and the defense was getting after Milroe all game long, so they're going to go play this brand new Virginia Tech O-line, and I mean, they may not score a point, to be honest with you. And Clemson's going to put up in the 30s, because Sellers ain't going to come out early unless if it's a 40-0 type game or whatever. They're going to pad his stats. Everyone knows he's going to be a Heisman finalist, so he's going to be in there putting up some video game numbers, that's for sure. So
I'll tell you, this line went down. Would you rebet it?
If it went down?
Did
it go down?
Line is 7.5 now.
I mean, if it gets down to 6.5, I might have to put my mortgage on it. Why did it go down?
I'm not sure, but I would agree with probably everything you said. I mean, wow. We watched the South Carolina Gamecocks last year. I mean, kind of get themselves back on the map.
Yep.
I mean, really. And so the SEC documentary just came out on Netflix. Not sure if you finished it, but it shows kind of their journey and just reliving that from last year more recently. I mean, I'm all in.
Yep.
Like, this team is, I mean, Sellers is the man. Like, he can do it. I believe in this team, and they're ranked at 13th for a reason. So, and going over against Virginia Tech. Are they at home? South Carolina's at home, correct?
No. It's at Mercedes, or
so
where the Falcons play.
So neutral field.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
or maybe South Carolina fully expects to be back there playing the SEC title game this year. Maybe
is that a hot take?
They're not going to do it. Sorry,
they're not going to do it. But no, fully agree with it. But yeah, South Carolina minus 8.5. Brandon got, I believe, minus eight. Went down to 7.5. Take 7.5 if you can get it. Even better. Better value for you guys. Think they cover 8. Think they cover 10. Think they cover probably 14. Honestly, I mean,
yeah. Yep.
So, all right, 3 best bets for college football. Brandon, give it to them one by one. Each pick, just one more time.
San Jose State, team total over, Friday night, 9:30. Going to be a fun one. 30.5 is the line right now. And then Saturday in prime time, you're going to go over Clemson, LSU. And then Sunday, you're going to watch South Carolina. You're going to watch the Cox just roll all up and down Virginia Tech. So, -8.
Alrighty, get those 3 in. 3 of the best bets for college football week 1. Football's finally back.
Oh, yeah.
And it feels fucking awesome.
Feels great.
God, I mean, the dog days of summer has been killing us. It's been hot as hell in Missouri. It's finally
the St. Louis Cardinals are brutal.
even makes it worse. It's been, 60 degrees here, 75 degrees here all week. But no, that's about does it for week 1 of college football. You got 3 best bets from Brandon. Um, little game, little game recaps for some of the bigger games up front. But yeah, we'll be back for week 2 next week. Hopefully, Brandon goes 3-0. It can start real hot for you guys.
Oh yeah.
Stay tuned. We'll see you guys next time.